And we are live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to everyone's going to watch us today. Today, we've got an interesting topic, but I'll start first with saying that I'm Dana from Big Dot Consulting.
I'm Bridget from Shift One Degree.
Yes, and today's something very interesting that I think you all can benefit from. So I'll give you the stage.
Yeah, I just wanted to wish everybody a happy public holiday. And we were actually talking about this before we started and saying that, because we can't really go anywhere and we can't really do much. So for a lot of us, it's kind of like it doesn't really make much of a difference, if it's a public holiday or not. So we thought it would be a good time just to do our podcast, but a little bit earlier than normal to give people time to do whatever else they need to do for the rest of the day. So today we are going to be talking about, I've written with somebody else, I've done a collaboration, we've written a course called Finding Your Purpose. And so I thought it'd be quite helpful or insightful if we discussed it, through questions and answers. And for anybody who's sitting in a place of going, okay, under this lockdown, I've done some realization that I'm not happy with where I'm at, but I don't know what to do to make the change. Maybe doing a course like this could help you to get some clarity.
Yeah, so if you can just share with us, it's finding your purpose. And I think a lot of us are trying to find our purpose during this time and understand, are we at the place we want to be in life or not? What do we need to change? Where are we going? So if you can just share with us a bit more, like, why did you decide to do this course? Like, what's behind it? What's in it?
Yeah, so it's an 8-week course. It'll be once a week for 90 minutes. And the driving force kind of behind this is, I think, with all this time, so much, that all of us have had, no matter what we've been doing, there's definitely been a lot of time for self-reflection, and there's been time for looking at our situation and going, okay, so what works and what doesn't work? And if you're happy with the way things are, whether they work or not, that's 100%. But if you are in a position where you're going, I'm not really happy with the way things are and I want things to change, this is a perfect course so what we do is we look at what is your current situation. We go into what is your story. So what got you to where you are today? What is your driving emotion? What is your driving force behind that? And we do diagrams, questions, and then through there, we look at what is the bigger picture. So what is your bigger plan? In other words, what drives you? What is your emotional drive? And then how do you create that into doing something that you love? So for me, what that would mean is like, I love working with people. I love to work on personal development. I love the coaching aspect of it. So what I've done is I've taken all the things that I love, which tie into the reason that I am the person I am today, because of the story that I've lived growing up, and then created that into what I do today. So it's kind of, that's finding your purpose, really. It's like, why are you here?
And I think that's part of also, like, when you're trying to build a business, knowing that story, knowing more about yourself will help you build a strong brand. So I think it's a very nice thing to do, to give it to yourself, a course like this, to help you find what's your purpose and, like, what's behind everything you want to do and where you want to take yourself. So what else are you going to learn in that course?
So there's a space of, if people choose to, of being open and vulnerable, because very often it's our points of pain which are our biggest breakthrough. And if you think about Brené Brown with vulnerability, and you think about Oprah with her education, and you think about people like that have done incredible things, you think about Eckhart Tolle, who left school at 15, who went on this whole mission. So it's kind of like that. It's unpacking your story, getting to the point of your turning point, and then going, okay, so now how can I take my most challenging time in my life, and what have I learned from that, and how can I then help other people so that they don't have to go through that? Mm-hmm. And very often, I think what happens is we go to school, then we study, then we get into a career. And before we know it, like, our lives we're in our 30s and we're on our 40s. I mean, I'm going to be 47 this year. So it just goes so flipping quickly. and you don't take time to reflect and look back and say, well, is this the path I want to be on? Or did I just get onto it by default? Because that's what I did with fitness. I got into the industry by default. I loved it. I loved the exercise. I loved the healthy living. Got into it. And suddenly at 40, I thought, oh my gosh, this is not my purpose. This is not my purpose. What am I going to do now? And it was I was quite panicked, to be honest, because I didn't have the luxury of going to find myself. So I don't know if you have a story around that, like getting into marketing and why. And also you're big about collaboration. You're big about community and upliftment of people. Now that must tie into a story, your life story somehow.
It is. And, it's like for me, like where I grew up, you always have like a certain journey you need to go through, right? You do school and then you must go to the army and then like studying and everything. And I remember when I finished, like, because, I had a mission, like I said, I've done my BA, and straight after my MBA, I had a purpose to go to, which I wasn't even sure, but I even changed my mind during the time. I remember when I started my BA, I wanted to be in advertising. And then I was like, after the first year, I was like, no way, I'm not going to do it. And then somehow I got to TV, somehow I got to PR, and then I started marketing. Like, I think I just rolled all the time. But then I remember after doing my MBA, I went on a trip, and I remember looking at people, it was in Mexico, and I looked at them like living like in small places with barely electricity, barely like water, and they were so happy. And then I remember stopping for a second, it's like, why am I doing what am I doing? After what am I chasing? I was 26, like having it, like got a good job, like everything, like why? And it got me to stop for a while and just ask the questions. And then I've decided, okay, I'm going to do the marketing. I'm going to move to marketing. And even again, like before I started my own business, I got to a place in my life that things that happened. Well, I lost my mom. And it got me to reflect and stop like, okay, what do I really want to do? What am I going to do with my life? I don't want to regret anything. And that pushed me here. So I do believe we all have a story, but we also need to be honest with ourselves and, accept that journey in life and understand why, what do we want to do? And that's what I love about the Corona is that for a lot of people, even if you lost your job, or maybe you're not sure what's going to happen with your business, it's a great time for you to stop for a second and ask yourself, like, am I happy? Is this what I want to do? Was this the business that making me happy? Or maybe I was so miserable all the time. Or maybe, even like sometimes you work so hard on something and you don't get it that maybe you need to outsource stuff so you can actually focus back on what you want to do. What's the why behind your business? So I do love this, what you're saying about like finding it, because I think a lot of people are really was working on automatic kind of in life. Instead of actually asking themselves the question. So if there's a great time to do this course, I would recommend you guys to do it now because.
And also with this is that it's not to say that when you make massive decisions, there's not massive loss and massive pain, because that's part of growth, right? That's given. Like you can't make massive change and go through massive growth without having any pain and discomfort. That's kind of part of it. However, when you come out the other side, because you will come out the other side, and when you do, you come out so much better and so much stronger than you did before. We realize how capable you are and how much more capable you are than what you even realized you were. So I really invite people who are at a place of going, where to from here? And I want to figure out, maybe you've got retrenched, maybe, I don't know, maybe the company closed, maybe they've cut your salary so small that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't live this way. And actually, I don't even like what I do. So for people in that place in their lives where they're wanting more and they want to actually work on themselves, then this course is for them. And
what I'm available already, the course. Is it available for people?
It is ready. I'm collaborating with a client of mine in Germany. So we are marketing it a lot to the European market. But if people are keen, I will leave my email address with this podcast, and people can just send me an email, message me, private message me on Facebook, whatever they choose. If you want to find out more, I'll do like a 30-minute consultation chat around what it involves, and so people are keen, great. But it's just something I think it'll be an interesting course to do if you feel that you are at a crossroads. Yeah.
I think we all need even to do it, even if we're not sure if we're in a crossroad or not. Sometimes it's actually good to stop for a second and check.
Yeah.
If you can have someone that gives you some tools, how to check it, how to figure it out, you can take it. We always need to learn, like, and we're always doing stuff, and we don't even start to think or understand that maybe we're not happy. But doing something like this, finding your purpose, like do a course like this, can help you understand: am I actually happy with what I'm doing or not? So some got pushed with the corona, some maybe need to push themselves to do it. So,
Absolutely.
Bridget, you will share with us the links and everything to the course and all the information.
Yes.
Yeah. I wish you a happy public holiday. Enjoy the day, and and find your purpose. Don't be afraid to stop and make a change.
Absolutely.
There's a saying that a change is hard in the beginning, messy in the middle, but it's gonna make you so happy in the end. So
yeah. And we'll be back Friday, and then we'll be doing some tips on marketing, personal development, as we always do. And have a great public holiday, everybody.
Yes, and if you want to join us on a live podcast that we're going to give you tips and advice on personal development and marketing, write us down and you will join us here live.
We'd love that. Join us. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.